got the fan back together, and you can see the motor's running fine. Speed coil, serious issues. We need another speed coil. Right now it's drawing, it's on 79 volts, which is great. I mean, it's running at 79 volts. And it's drawing 65 watts, which is what it's supposed to draw. Actually, it's jumping around a little, but that's normal. So, if I put it on medium, that was low, same speed, drawing the same current, which means this is shorted. Go to high, same speed, drawing actually more current. And there it goes, it's adjusted itself back down. And that's a direct, that's on high. So the speed coil is pretty well shot. You're not going to get any other speed than the one. And if I bring the voltage up, and we're at 79, watch the wattage here as I bring the voltage up. Okay, it's staying consistent. That's not too bad. Okay, get it up a little higher. Okay, so you figure plus or minus 10% or so. Well, they were at 75 watts. That's 10 watts over its rating. And the voltage is only 90 volts. That's because this is almost dead short. So the current drop is across this coil. This thing is pulling massive amounts of current. It's not the fan. The fan is running smoothly. The fan is probably pulling 65 watts on its own, like it's supposed to. The rest of the wattage is across this guy, and that should not be pulling it up to 75 watts. And then if I go to voltage and bring it up a little more, it's really pulling some current down. It's not affecting the speed of the fan, which means the fan is fine, but now we're up to 85 watts, so I'm not going to leave it there. I just wanted to show that it is wired, it's running, but this coil is bad. It's old and it's bad. There's not much you can do about that. There is some drag because of these bent blades here, here, and here. That is putting some drag on it, and I can't really straighten them out because I'll just kink them more than they already are. The fan's turning fine. I mean, that's a big, heavy armature, and even with the speed engaged, the oscillation. And I got the oscillation on maximum, maximum oscillation. If I go to minimum, I believe that's minimum oscillation there. You see it turns a lot longer because it's not really oscillating much. So I haven't cleaned the blade or anything. I just put it on so I could do this test. Get that cable down. Let's see what it draws without the oscillation going. See what we can get through it. I'm bringing the voltage up slow, so it's gonna pick up speed. There it goes. And you hear that boom, 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 boom. That's the blade. There's nothing to be done about that. Right now it's 73 volts, and it's running fine at 73 volts, and that's only 58 watts. So if you run it on a voltage limiting circuit, this fan will run fine. If I pull it up to roughly 70 watts, which is within reason of the 65, we're at 85 volts, and it's running fine. But you have no speed control, see, because it's totally shorted. You have absolutely no speed control. Might as well run it on high, because that's where it is, it's on high. And this coil is only being used to keep the magnetic field ready. throwing a lot of wind. The motor's running at the right speed. The motor's fine. Everything done with the motor is doing great. You see, it's still, look how long it runs, even with the oscillator running, engaged. So I've done everything I can electrically to it. Now it has a mechanical issue, and that's this. Because of this coil, it's not working, and the resistances are all off. They're all low, so it means it has internal shorts. And I don't know where. I mean, there's no fixing this thing. You can see those plates are all swollen and bent out of shape. This coil has gotten really hot and burnt. You can see that it's burnt through, so it's totally shorted. Those wires are shorting together. It burnt right through the protective coating that they wrapped around the coil. So this fan needs a replacement. Running it with a step-down voltage control, like a dimmer switch kind of deal, but it's not really a dimmer switch. It's a rheostat controlled system. Running it that way and keeping the current down, you shouldn't hurt the stator because the current will be low, but you're still taking a risk because I don't know if the voltages on these leads are correct for the armature, for the stator. You may be putting too much voltage into the starter coil, and if that's the case, then you got a serious problem because you could burn out the starter coil. I haven't checked the starter coil. I haven't checked. I did. I'm sorry, I did check the starter coil. That was part of what we did with this. This is the starter coil, and as of right now, it's measuring 11.2 ohms, which means there's no break in the wire. These numbers are fine. That's fine for this age fan. And so all of the stator coil and the starter coil is fine. And the resistance between them is fine. But the voltage coming out of here for the starter coil and the armature, the stator main coil and the stator starter coil, I don't know if these voltages are correct. There's no specs for that, right? This is supposed to be a good coil, and it's not. And you can tell it got really hot, see? It got really hot, and it did that damage to the metal. I would not run this fan on this system until we get another coil. I just wouldn't. It's just too risky. This coil is in bad shape. So I'm going to try to track down a coil. I'm going to upload this video so the owner can see it and be aware of what the issue is. I got everything else running on this thing that I can fix, but the coil is a component, right? It's a part. It's not a electrical situation that I can deal with. Obviously, I can protect this better than what they got here, but that isn't the problem. The problem is the coil itself is toast. So there you have it. But the fan is doing great. Fan's running cool. It's running smooth. It doesn't get warm. It stays cool. Everything about it is great. The motor's tuned. The electrical's all been redone. And I'm going to put the grill back on it, and it's ready to go back to the customer pending a coil, one way or the other. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If I do find a coil and get to wire it in, I will update this video with that process. If not, it'll be a matter of the customer having to obtain a coil for this fan. I'll do my best to try to help him with that. Thanks for watching.